It's 10:30 in the morning on this beautiful, balmy, wonderful, warm, and wet Monday morning, December 16th, 2024. We've got a little tiny bit of rain, not even measurable, it's like less than 1/8 of an inch. But when I woke up this morning, it was wet, it was overcast, there's no sun. The sun is just now coming out and saying hello. But it's 70 degrees. I thought we were done with 70-degree weather. Anyway, I've been putting this off for a little bit. It's not good to put it off because the sheep need to move to fresh ground so they can keep their parasite count down. Or rather, not increase their parasite count. Woo! Yeah, somebody got zapped there. Yeah. So I set up this wire. There's two separate wires. One's running at the 10,000 volts and the other's at the 5,000 volts. It's opposite polarity. So if the animals touch both wires, they get 15,000 volts. And I charge the net at 5,000 volts just because it's impossible not to have it ground out somewhere along the grass, especially when it's wet. But I just took the reels and I went down one way and came back. I use these wonderful fiberglass posts. It's kind of like ends and corners. They put quite a bit of tension on that wire, which is what I need. I just need tension. I don't need it to be static. I just need some tension. The nice thing about this fence system is it has give, right? So if the animals decide to run through it anyway, or whatever happens, it tends to snap back to place. And that's what I want to see, is a resilient system, not a indestructible or impossible to bypass system. The wires at the bottom are 10,000, and then in the second from the bottom is 5,000. Then the upper middle is 10,000 and 5,000. So if the animals try to cross, they're going to get a nice electric shock there to remind them they're not supposed to cross the wires. And the ram lambs I'm not too concerned about. They're not going to last very long on my pasture. At some point I'm going to harvest them or sell them or something. But the two older rams, they should know better, and they do. They tend not to cross the wire if they see a wire. But these puppies need to learn too. Don't mess with the wire. And I hope maybe one day they'll actually stay in the row with the animals, or at least that's what they would prefer to do, especially if their food is there, right? They got zapped by that, and they're thinking that it's going to zap them again. But what happened was the sheep just came into this area here and completed the circuit for them. And so the sheep got a nice zap, but the dogs did not. So, oh wait, there's some goat weed there. I want to fix that a little bit. That's not good. Don't want any shorts. Here we go. All right. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Just want to put some tension on the wire. That's it. Just at the corners, have them put a little tension on. Okay, so that's that story there. A couple things that I wanted to go over. There was something I wanted to show you, the bowl that I have, just in case you guys didn't know. But I built a tool, and I was really proud of myself. Let's see if I can find that tool. I'll have to put duct tape on it, orange duct tape. So this is the tool that I built. It's a multi-purpose tool, so it has more than one purpose. I drilled a hole here at the end, and that's the size that I can fit over the fiberglass posts. And then I can just beat. You can already see there's some hammer marks there. There's some hammer marks there where I've already beaten to drive post into the ground. This is super nice because I can hold that post with one hand, or rather even with my armpit. So I have my hand free to hold other things while I beat on it with my other hand. And then there's a hole that I drilled through that happens to match the spikes on the posts on the net. And that's really nice because those get bent sometimes. I'm not entirely sure why they get bent, but they do. And so bending them back isn't too hard if you have leverage. Salt, I brought some more salt. I mixed some more salt with the mineral supplements that's high in selenium for the sheep. I haven't checked on the sheep yet, but I'm going to go right now and check on the sheep. If there's new lambs, I'd make a separate video for the lambs. But that's kind of the dog update, the dog and the sheep update. Oh, last thing, the puppies. Let's go look at the puppies. I think they're about 1.5 months old. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to double check when they were born. But yeah, let's go look at the pups. I've been trying to train them not to run from me. not to be scared of me. I pick them up and I pet them, and when they whine and whimper, I just kind of hold them until they calm down. But yeah, they're starting to explore and move around, and they stay near home base. Here they come, yeah. Hey there, guys. So these are, I lied about what they were before. These are at least 3/4. Yeah, they're 3/4 livestock guardian dog. They're Bailey's pups. Bailey's sire was the neighbor's, I don't know, terrier or whatever it is. Collie, border collie. And the dad is the sire of these puppies is Snowball, which Snowball is Great Pyrenees and some other livestock guardian dog. And the reason why my relatives were getting rid of them was because they didn't need them, and they didn't want to train them and feed them through the winter. So they were excited when they heard I had sheep, and they're like, well, this will be a good dog for you. They actually gave me 3 dogs, but one of the dogs died, and another one either ran away or disappeared or something. So that's the story on the puppies there. So I'm thinking soon of putting them with either put them in the net on their own with their mom, so they learn about the net, not to touch it, or I'm gonna put them with the other dogs so they can start learning from the other dogs. Bailey's not a bad sheepdog, so she doesn't have bad habits. She does like to eat chickens though. I didn't train her with chickens, so once Bailey was let free, all the chickens disappeared. So she's not a good chicken dog, but she's a decent sheepdog. She doesn't chase the sheep. Even when all of her siblings were chasing sheep, she wouldn't do it. She knew better. So Bailey I trust with the sheep. She hasn't caused any problems ever. And these 4 dogs have really good behavior with the sheep. Even though the puppies, they want to play all the time. And so I'm thinking, if I move the small pups in there with them, they might learn some good habits. The only issue that I see is that having too many dogs together is not a good thing, right? I think 4 is probably the upper limit. So if you want one of those puppies and you have sheep or goats or something like that, let me know. I think about 3 months old is the perfect time to wean them, and that's the perfect time to start training them. Some people, and I think you can train them to be chicken dogs too. You introduce them to the chickens and train them not to chase the chickens or eat the chickens, and they can guard your chickens. I do see these dogs chasing hawks, rather Snowball and Bailey. You know, we get hawks circling overhead. Sometimes they'll chase the hawks away. So if you want one for livestock purposes, let me know. I'll let you have them for free. And if you want them for home or for your family, and you don't have, I'd say at least an acre of land. You probably need at least 10 acres though. Then the answer is no. No, they need land, and they need to be outdoors. They're not inside dogs. So anyway, guys, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.